A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I, Dr. Seema Khambata, your hostess for the evening, extend a warm and hearty welcome to you all to the India Breast Meeting 2024, which is a novel concept designed to bring together regional, national, and global opinion leaders from all the fields.
तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्तिः 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 श्री गणेशाय।
I thank all the dignitaries for doing us the honor of inaugurating the conference by lighting the lamp. May I request you all to please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, as a matter of fact, our chief guest today needs no introduction. Her style is a reflection of her attitude and her personality. Her maiden and married names are enough to make her famous. But she didn't rest on the laurels of her world-famous families. Her dreams are bigger, her ambitions are higher, commitment deeper, and efforts greater to add on to the legacy she has inherited. I now invite Dr. Hari Bhakti to please introduce and welcome Mrs. Isha Ambani Piramal.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Dearest Vijay Uncle and Dr. Tarang, thank you so much for inviting me to be with you today. It's a great privilege to welcome each and every one of you present today, especially those of you who joined us from overseas to be with us in Mumbai during our Indian summer. It's always a privilege to be surrounded by so many doctors. My mother-in-law is a doctor, so I have special affection for doctors. And I know that today I'm surrounded by the kindest, most noble people who truly put others before themselves. So thank you so much for all the work you do for your patients and for people like us. I'm here today on behalf of my mother, Mrs. Neeta Ambani, who is the founder of Reliance Foundation and the Reliance Foundation Hospital. As long as about 25 years ago, I remember being picked up from school and meeting my mother at her office, which was the hospital. And as a child, I'd ask her, "Mom, where are we?" And she'd say, "We're in a place where people come to feel better and get healed." And that has been her philosophy about the hospital and the foundation's work in health since ever I can remember. To treat everyone with respect and to give those who walk in through the doors of the hospital the space and respect they and their families need to heal wholesomely. Today, the hospital under Dr. Tarang's leadership is a pioneering healthcare institution, not only for our city, but for our country. And we're so proud to be expanding and launching new and very important initiatives like the Women Well Center and the reason why we're all here today, the India Breast Conference. This conference is conceptualized by Dr. Hari Bhakti, who is one of my closest friends, Sanjana's father, and who I know as Vijay Uncle first. Vijay Uncle, thank you so much for undertaking this extremely meaningful and relevant conference on. Thank you also to Dr. Limai, Dr. Dandekar, who I know have had a great partnership with Dr. Hari Bhakti in putting this together. This meeting is a truly global event that has had the privilege of co-leadership from Dr. Kothari and Dr. Jain from the UK, and a faculty comprising of experts from the UK, US, Europe, South America, Russia, and the Middle East. The India Breast Meeting will serve as a platform to enhance awareness, improve treatment, and restore the quality of life for all those affected by breast cancer. 1 in 5 people are affected by cancer. Each of us, myself included, knows someone who's had to fight this battle closely. And we know how cancer can affect one's life. What I know about cancer is that if it's caught at the right time, then those affected by it can live a normal life, and in fact, be a light of inspiration in the lives of others. Breast cancer and breast diseases are among the most common concerns faced by women of all ages, and it is imperative that we tackle them head on. Breast cancer is not just a local issue, it is a global epidemic. It ranks amongst the most prevalent human cancers and holds the unfortunate title of being the #1 cancer in women worldwide. Despite advancements in medical science, the prevalence of breast cancer shows no signs of abating. Lifestyle factors contribute to its rise, particularly in urban settings. In the Indian context, breast cancer is the leading cancer among women. What's more alarming is that it strikes at a younger age compared to Western populations, often presenting at advanced stages. This makes early detection and intervention critical for improving survival rates and reducing suffering. As part of today's commitment to spreading awareness, I am thrilled that there's also a book that is being launched today, Being Breast Aware. This book is designed to empower women and their families with knowledge about the condition, risk factors, and available treatments. Today is not just about statistics and medical advancements. It's about celebrating being empowered to make the right choices for our health and for our bodies. Thank you to all the survivors and advocates present here. It's because of your stories that we have raised so much awareness about breast cancer. Thank you for your courage in sharing your stories to make a difference and to be a bright light of inspiration. In breast awareness, a woman is another woman's best educator. Thanks to the devoted work of educators and doctors like you, we're seeing a dramatic growth in the number of women getting regular mammograms, which is gradually improving early detection and survival rates. In fact, in preparation for this meeting today, and because Dr. Tarang is such a wonderful woman influence in my life, I had my first breast scan last night. And for anyone listening who may be thinking about getting themselves checked, I would like to reassure you that there's nothing to think about. Please get yourself checked. Prevention is better than cure. It is our duty to ourselves, to our loved ones, as well as to society, to first gain awareness of the risk factors and then work actively towards mitigating them. Early detection is our greatest hope and the strongest shield. If detected early, breast cancer can be fully cured and with much less suffering. The fight against breast cancer is a journey of compassion and resilience, where every act of awareness and every gesture of support becomes a beacon of hope and healing for patients and their families. And that awareness and support can only evolve when each one of us bears the responsibility towards awareness. Finally, my sincere appreciation and gratitude to the entire team at Sir H.N. Reliance Foundation Hospital for spearheading this initiative and constantly raising the bar for top quality patient care and support. Here, I must share a story. I recently delivered my twins in the US, and after gaining the experience of being a hospital patient in the US, I was even more appreciative and proud of the work that Dr. Tarang and everyone at the hospital has undertaken under my mother's guidance. What the hospital has achieved is not only world-class, but it surpasses it. And now I'm convincing my US classmates and friends to come over to India to deliver their babies. So once again, thank you so much, Dr. Tarang. Thank you so much, Vijay Uncle. Thank you so much, everyone. And thank you for having me here today.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Isha Ambani Piramal. Also, thank you for introducing our book, its concept, and its motive. And now it's time to release it. So, may I request our chief guest, Mrs. Isha Ambani Piramal, Dr. Tarang Gyanchandani, and Dr. Vijay Hari Bhakti sir to please come together to release this book on this auspicious day and time. This book is Being Breast Aware, What Every Woman Must Know. I request now the media to come forward for the photo op, and I request all the dignitaries to please do us the honor of releasing the book. Thank you very much. I thank you, Mrs. Isha, for making this evening a very special one by your encouraging presence and your participation. This is truly an event to remember. May I request the dignitaries to please be seated among the audience as I invite Dr. Hari Bhakti to stay back and introduce our artists for the evening for the cultural program.
So now we are ready.
May I request the team to please clear the stage for the performance?
They are ready. The dancers.